Goombas.
What's up, Gamer Goomba mothers?
Oh,
35s.
you want to do the you
What?
want to do the intro?
What's.
Hey. Welcome to episode 5 of Gamer Goombas and Nintendo podcast. It is I, Marcos Riggs, and with me today
Oh,
is
you.
Luke
I
Burbeck.
thought that was a. Oops.
Yeah, I wanted you to say it, but we could just edit that out. You know what I mean?
No, keep it in. It's raw, real, and it's
It's just real,
Portuguese.
bro.
It's real and raw. And
Wait,
it's
you're
so.
Brendan, right?
Yeah, I'm Brendan. No,
Oh,
just
okay.
kidding. Brendan is dead, and I'm the one who killed him.
Yeah.
It's because he said the Wii U was the most influential Nintendo console of all time. So
I think he just said it was his favorite or his best or the best Nintendo. I don't know. The Wii U, bro, really? Fucking gamepad and all that. I don't know.
The gamepad is the bane of my existence.
Before we intro the podcast and all that, I just want to give a thank you to y'all. For real. We just dropped a Let's Play on YouTube for our on our YouTube channel, Gamer Goombas. Just type in that.
Ooh,
And we got 34 views on that. Come on.
That's a lot, guys. That's crazy.
Like, for real. I don't expect anyone to watch this shit. And for 34 people to look at that, like,
that's insane.
That means a lot to me. I love y'all, for real.
Kiss him. Give him a kiss.
I love you. But let's not dick ride our
this
fan
is
base.
This is not a kissing podcast.
Yeah.
So let's get back on track.
So before we get into what we've been playing, Luke, I just want to ask you, like, how you been? I haven't touched base with you in a while.
It has been a minute. I'm getting on the after ending midterms. I'm coming on the rise of finals, and I gotta be focused, right? Like I gotta be mentally prepared.
Right.
But Age of Calamity comes out Friday, so.
Oh, I forgot.
So, I was.
Wait, when is your finals? Like, give me the schedule.
Like this, December 10th. But I have.
Oh, come on, bro.
But look, I have a lot of essays. I have a 20-page paper due, a 10-page paper due.
A lot of final assignments.
Yeah, and I'm really trying this time around to not do it last minute.
So hard, bro. I'm a procrastinator.
Me too.
That's why I didn't take this semester.
Understandable.
My bad for interrupting you.
It has been so rough. No, this online learning is the worst.
Oh God. Like it. Yeah, yo, I'm just sticking in there with work. Other than that, it's Gamer Goombas.
It's all Goombas. It's all Goombalinis.
For real.
Just to feel the Goombas.
It's all for y'all.
I hope you guys liked our Pikmin costumes.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to I forgot her name
again.
Crazy Animal Hats on Etsy. I think I forgot her. Oh, Lorraine. Shout out Lorraine. Come on now, like this wouldn't have happened without her.
You know what's funny? We got it for the episode, but sometimes every once in a while I just bust it out and I just start wearing it. I'm doing my homework. I'm going to sleep. I'm doing the dishes, and I'm in the full garb.
You too?
Yeah.
I be taking showers in mine.
What? No way. That's how I clean mine also. That's crazy.
Yeah. Nice. So what have you been playing, bro?
Let me tell you something. I've become even more of a Pokemon master. Surprise trading. There's a reason why I like swords so much. Because surprise trading is just like gambling. So it's addictive, and I can't stop. And you don't have an addictive personality. I'm like, hey, yo, let me send in this motherfucking, and it's like a donkey with bangs. I'm like, hey, yo, let me send this donkey with bangs. I think his name like Mudbray. And I get back, and I got like the new Galarian Moltres? I got one of those, level 100 shiny in the surprise trade.
Stop it.
I was about to act up.
Bro, that's legendary. Literally.
Legendary of Zelda, which is the second thing I've been playing. I've been thinking about starting a Let's Play for Link's Awakening again.
On the Switch?
Mm-hmm. No, the Switch one, I couldn't play the old one just because the addition of 2 buttons sounds insignificant, but it changes everything.
Oh yeah, wasn't that original game restricted to like the Game Boy Color or some shit?
Yeah, Game Boy Color, so only had the 2 buttons versus the 4.
Yeah,
so having designated sword spot and shield spot is just like much more important to me than.
Right. How was that game?
It's super good. I love it.
We're gonna talk
up there for my 2D Zeldas. Did you just interrupt me in front of my microphone?
We're gonna be talking about Black Friday deals
That's
soon.
crazy. And
But yeah, what is it called? Zelda is on
Link's
there.
Awakening,
Link's
yeah.
Awakening is on there, and I might cop it.
Yo, I'm not gonna tell you not to, but I'm not gonna tell you to do it. But I'm not gonna say don't do it. That's
Wait,
all I'll
so you've
say.
been playing that and
But again, still Breath of the Wild. That's just a
oh,
given,
of
of
course.
course. And then I've been playing two other games, but since they're lesser known, I want to save it for the eShop drop.
I like the decision.
I'm
Um,
like using my noggin slogging right now.
can you keep using your noggin slogging for about like I don't know how long this is gonna be, but yeah, keep going, bro. That was a great idea. I want you to get more.
All right, all right. Marcos, what have you been playing
So
lately?
what I've been playing is a little game by Grasshopper Manufacturing. Do you know what the game is?
Do you want me to say like I know or I don't know? I'll just no. What's the game?
No More Heroes.
uh, uh.
Are you familiar?
I am familiar loosely.
All
I
right,
am
bet.
also familiar that there was a sale a couple weeks ago for both one and two.
Yeah, so in the Nintendo Direct Mini that we're gonna talk about soon,
Hmm.
they showed No More Heroes 3 gameplay, or was it gameplay? I don't know. But that game is coming out exclusively on Switch next year, which I'm very excited for. But I've never gotten the chance to play 1 or 2, which were sold on the Wii,
Yes,
and they were
but
really
now
yeah, now they're on the Switch, baby.
that's kind of very gorgeous to me, huh?
Yeah, it's
Like
lit. I want to see more Wii games being brought. I'm looking at you, Skyward Sword.
I was just oh
I'm looking at you,
yo.
baby. Cause,
What if
cause
we
this game,
just
the combat requires not requires it, but the first like control method is like moving control. What is it called? Motion. Yeah, motion
motion?
controls. And so that worked pretty adequately on the Switch with the sensor on the right Joy-Con. But I like switched it off. Turned to like a different control method because just to like chill in my bed, not like wagging my controller when I'm sleeping and shit. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I know what you mean.
so I jumped into the first one. I haven't played the second one yet. So what I know about the series is that the first one's like a classic. The second one
Yes.
not so much so, but
Hmm.
I haven't jumped into that one yet. What I can say from the first one, I'm like 20 hours in. I'm like at the final boss. And if anyone knows this game, they know like the boss structure. So there's this dude named Travis Touchdown, right? That's the main
Yes.
character of No More Heroes. And
Correct.
his goal and his mission is to like pardon my speech, but he's trying to have sex with this girl, right? And
Sex
and
on a
so
Nintendo game?
yeah, bro, it's like kind of like it aged kind of weird. Like there's still some weird jokes about him like touching her leg and shit and him like acting all weird and stuff. I'm like, this was on the Wii of all things? And
Not my good Christian Wii.
they curse in the game too. The dialogue's crazy. But yeah.
That's
Um
funny.
yeah, so this girl's like a secret agent assassin. She's like an agent for special assassins, right?
Okay.
And this dude, Travis, is trying to bang her, but he needs to get to the top, like the first rank, to have
Yes.
sex with her.
So it's kind of like Pikmin.
How so?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to say. But yeah, so you're trying to beat these bosses and you start at 11th rank, and
Mhm.
so you just immediately just going at it, killing all these bosses. But this game's weird cuz it isn't kind of like an open world game, but
Yeah,
it's
but
like
with heavy RPG-ish.
not really
Um,
heavy. I would say it's like mild, if at most. It's more of an action game at its focus.
okay.
But while you don't fight these bosses, you're in the open world, right? And
Yeah.
this world is kind of empty. Like there's not much you could do. There's stores here and there, but this game is quirky as hell and it's got style. Like
Is it empty like Breath of the Wild empty or like Nino Kuni empty?
no, no, no. Like there's literally nothing you could do around the open world. Like the people are like just figures, 3D models just walking around. They don't mean anything. The cars don't mean anything. There's police that drive around, but they don't do anything. You're driving in this like Akira esque bike, but it doesn't control well. That's the one gripe I have with the open world.
Mhm.
The one car you can drive does not feel good. You get used to it here and there. You could use the boost, you could drift, but the drift is so like diagonal and like exact. Like it's not like Mario Kart at all.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, there's this game has charm. Like whenever you go into like a store that you can go into, the characters are all quirky. Like the game still holds up today. This game still ages well. Like it looks fantastic on the Switch, especially in handheld. Like the texture models just look nice, like cell shading, similarly to Wind
Oh.
Waker.
All right. I'm sold on that. You just say Wind Waker. I'm like, "Psh, here's my money."
For real. But yeah, I've been enjoying that. The one thing I haven't been enjoying as much is like the in between moments of fighting bosses. So the bosses I love. Each one is so different, and the animation once you kill them, like the bosses, like the gameplay isn't that extreme. Some bosses like vary it up a
Yeah.
little bit, and a lot to an extent for like particular ones. But the in between gameplay is just like mowing through wave after wave of enemies trying to get your money up because
Mhm.
you have to pay the assassin like company a certain fee to enter like the next battle, right?
Yeah.
And so there's like part-time jobs you could take, like giving cars gas. You could mow the lawns, you could get melons from a tree. It's kind of like tedious gameplay. It's not fun, but it's like quirky and it's funny. And he also lives in a motel. Like that's where you save. That's where you like change
That's
clothes.
home base.
Yeah, there's a lot of clothes that you can get. There's different weapons that you could buy. Like this game has RPG elements, like you were saying. But
Oh.
this game also has Travis also has a cat waiting for him at home, which is one of my favorite parts in the game.
Heck yeah. Can you
Yeah,
pet the cat?
you could pet the cat. You could give him food. You could play with him.
Oh, that's
Her name's
nice.
Jean. She's lit.
Gene?
Yeah,
Oh,
she looks so cute on the Switch too. Like that's one of my favorite parts of the game.
I like that. I like the words you're saying into my sweet ears right now.
But
Those
yeah,
sweet nothings.
enough about No More Heroes rambling. I'm sorry if I didn't make sense anywhere there. But yeah, you should check that game out if you like action games and if you like weird Japanese games that are trying to make fun of like Americana and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
It's set in like Mexico/Texas, but like a fake reality, you know?
Oh, so it's not so Mexico and Texas. So maybe like El Paso?
Right.
Okay. But it's not actually El Paso. Okay. I'm following.
So I've also been playing Rocket League,
Are
and that's about it.
you at champion star level league power yet?
I'm playing very casually. Like I'm sitting in my bed like high as fuck, just trying my best, but I'm really like not playing well. Like recently,
You every time you turn around to put in reverse, you turn back to look back and you're like, "Oh shit."
some VR and
You
Twitch
have to
shit.
check both sides, make sure your blinker's on when you're turning.
Yo, you know what I just forgot?
What?
The Switch and Labo have VR support
For Rocket League?
for certain games. No, no, no. I'm just talking about
Oh,
like that
in
exists.
general, you forgot about Labo.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, you can play Breath of the Wild in Labo.
Wow. Can you really?
Yeah, but it's just like, you know,
Yo, do a let's play of that.
oh my god. I don't know. I don't have the funds for Labo right now.
Yeah, that shit's $100 for cardboard.
Yeah.
But they implement
Yeah,
it
it
so
is.
like smartly though. Like I respect Nintendo for jipping people
Did
on
you
that shit.
see? I'm not sure if you had it on the news here, but I'll just say it anyway
Hmm.
because it's an important topic we can bring up again. Nintendo made finally, or Hori, you know that controller company that works with Nintendo.
Yeah, we were trashing Hori last episode, but
Yeah,
what was it
well,
about?
they made like an accessible controller,
Oh yeah, I
so
saw this. This is awesome.
it's cool. But guess how much it is?
How much?
I think an equivalent to like 200. I don't. I
Oof.
think it was like $230,
Beep.
which immediately makes it a lot less accessible.
Yeah, right? Like if you're
Yeah.
gonna have the accessible controller, make it accessible.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. This is, these companies want profit.
Does the controller have like a
It's
lot of
not.
options?
Yeah, of course it has all these ports, so you can make it literally any way you want.
To be honest, if
But
I had to, thank God I don't, and I've really want to give a shout out to the able gamers who need like these accessibility options. Like
hmm
having accessibility in games is always a good thing. You know?
yes,
More options is
it's
better. You
never
know,
a bad thing.
never.
It's I should never see anyone complain about having this. Maybe just complain about the price, because
Right. That's
it's crazy. Two hundred
right.
thirty dollars for that. I mean, Nintendo has some pricey controllers, but
I was about to say, like, thank God I don't have to do that. But if I did, and I loved video games as much as I do now, like, I would definitely go out and get that. That would be
oh
like my
yeah,
main priority, though. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, no
yeah.
matter the
The
price.
hmm
Like, that's just me though. Like, I could understand like a different scenario, and you're not able to purchase that.
I just want to
I
see
love
because I
it.
believe Xbox made an adaptive controller, right? Yeah, they did,
They did. That one looks nice.
and it's, as of what I'm seeing, just from a like nothing Google search, I've $100 to $90 is the range I'm seeing. That's
Wow. So this is
significantly
like a
less.
standard.
Yeah, and it's coming from Microsoft itself. Like, so Nintendo has this third party that's making a $230 accessibility controller. It just seems a little bit. Oh, and it's not even releasing in the US yet. It's just a Japan release. So
Damn.
it's not even super global.
Nintendo should make their own.
They really should. I don't think it should be a licensed thing. I think that should be, Nintendo's all about family, right? That's why not. They're all about having everyone play. Why not include that? Why not? Why is that not included?
Why is that not one of their priorities, right?
Exactly.
Nintendo should do a lot of things, but they're definitely a weird
Yeah.
company and they're not going to do most of them, but we love them for that.
Not yeah. Not every companies can be pro consumer.
Right. So speaking of pro consumer
Companies.
consoles, let's talk about some next gen. I know this is a Nintendo
Woo!
podcast. This is Gamer Goombas.
Woo! But we cannot ignore
We
the
can't.
games around us.
Now, there's a lot of news around gaming recently, and it's only gonna go up from here. Like gaming is increasing at an exponential rate. Next gen is
Exponential.
here. PS5 is here. Xbox Series X, Series S, they're here,
Mm-hmm.
but they're sold out. No one
Oh,
can get their hands on them except the
for
people who got them pre-ordered. You know what I mean?
yes. And some people, I've read stories. Some people have had their pre-orders canceled.
Oh, I would feel so shitty at that point.
Yeah.
I feel like Xbox and PlayStation definitely dropped the ball with this next gen launch, but they're definitely like the game side of things and like the hardware, the software. It looks enticing. Like I want to jump in, but I'm definitely gonna wait. Like I got my PS4, I'm good. I got my Switch. Like I'm waiting for the Switch Pro, not the Pro, but like the next upgrade for the Switch.
Yeah. I wonder what it's actually gonna be.
Speaking of that, bro,
Oh,
what do we expect the Switch upgrade to be?
I think it's gonna be a thick switch, like a brick, like maybe like one of my Greek textbooks, kind of thick. That's still portable, but it's just thick as hell, and it can run like 4K. I mean, the technology exists, right? Can't the Razer phone doesn't isn't there like a Razer phone switch, switch inspired thing, and it has like Joy Cons?
Oh yeah, I saw that for like Xbox Game Pass or like streaming or some shit. You could just
Yeah,
attach
and
controller
and the
to your
Razer
phone.
phone can play in 4K, so that technology at that size is definitely possible. And
This
it's
is what
crazy. We've never seen Nintendo actually compete with that. So I don't know. Maybe, you know, it doesn't seem like a Nintendo thing to make an upgrade for graphical power or
yeah.
technical quality. If anything, the Switch 2 is probably gonna have another screen, and it's just gonna be a giant DS.
Wow, what if that's the case?
That's my hot take. So we can timestamp this, when you're listening, and hold me back to it like maybe what, 6 months from now, even maybe a year. I think if it does release, it would be holiday.
See,
Holiday.
I was about to agree with you and for the fact that Nintendo doesn't really compete with Sony or Microsoft anymore when it comes to like hardware pushing it to its max limits, 4K, 120p and all that shit. Like Nintendo's doing their own thing. They're doing what they can, and they're just excelling with their hardware, you know? But,
Yeah.
big old but, I feel like Nintendo's going to upgrade the Switch in the way that none of us are thinking of.
Oh,
And I feel
three.
like I
Does
feel
that
like it's
mean?
going to be a home console primarily.
Does that mean three screens?
No, no, no. No screen. Straight to the TV. I don't think this is
Oh.
going to be I don't this is the thing that is ruining my thesis.
Yes.
The Switch is the Switch. You know what I mean? You could switch
Correct.
it from dock to undock.
So they're making this stay.
That would be fire if they actually. But this is my whole point of why I think this is because I know that indies are always going to be a mainstay on Nintendo's platform because the Switch is obviously like the best way to play some of those games just because of the portability factor. But
And portability is accessibility.
the thing that I'm wondering about is the third party support when it comes to next gen because PS5 and Xbox Series X, hell, even S, like they're beasts. They could
Yeah,
run
they
a
are.
lot of shit. And if Nintendo wants to not compete, but if they want to have,
To have those games be
yeah.
able to play, yeah, they would almost have to make 2 games.
And this is the thing now, like we see third party games ported to the Switch and it's not the best experience at all.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about this gen, not next gen. And if Nintendo wants to have that same type of quality with the 4K, not 4K, but the Switch 2 or the Switch upgrade, they're going to have to put some power into this machine. I know the Switch is also like it's not the weakest machine, like it's still better than the Wii U, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But if I don't know. I really don't know with next gen, but
Imagine it's just 2 switches fused together and there's 2 screens on either side. It can run in 4K.
whoa, you just messed up my head. I had like chameleon eyes for a second. What'd you say?
So it's like 2 switches back to back, so there's a screen on either
Oh
side.
my gosh.
And
While
the
you're
dock
playing, your
and the
sister's playing.
and the dock is transparent. You put it in and it projects onto the walls. And there's like a Siri in the Switch. You can tell it what to do.
And it's voiced by Danny DeVito.
It's voiced by Reggie Fils-Gigas.
Oh my
The,
god, bro. If
the
Reggie was
robot.
on the Switch, if he could be like a translator, I would
If
put that
he's
shit on.
look, Japan will have Miyamoto. The US can have Doug Bowser or Reggie.
I want Miyamoto.
Well, I mean, you would have it, but you would have to change it to the Japanese setting.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we need some Doug Bowser. I don't really know Doug like that. Like I really familiarized
Mm-hmm.
myself with Bill Trinan, Reggie.
And to be fair, it's not the best year to. It hasn't been the best year
No.
for him to do things.
Yeah, right. Like I feel like he's like behind the scenes type of guy who gets shit done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he does. He does have that big Bowser energy.
Bro, his last name's Bowser. Like
That's the only reason why he was hired.
for real, for real.
Reggie's like, I nominate my successor. Starts looking through resumes. Nah. Holy shit! Gets a magnifying glass. Sees Bowser. Boom, hired. Someone get me this man.
Not because of all of his like marketing experience and
None
all
of, none of his accolades, none of his
that. Yeah,
experience, none of his achievements. Just Bowser. This is gonna be good.
for real. Let's get into the news of the week.
Dun, 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 dun.
We got 7 news items, but we also have little tidbits at the end that I'll save for later.
Little titty bitties. Wait, cut that part out.
No, I'm gonna keep it.
Oh man.
So the first item we got today is sales numbers. I bunched up a bunch of stats from Nintendo. Excuse me? Come on. Professional.
Yay!
Yeah. We could just clap it up for Nintendo.
Ooh, sales. All right,
Yeah,
sorry.
right. All right. So let's just start it off with the Switch selling more hardware units in Q3 than any platform since the DS in 2009. I
You baby
repeat,
boy.
Switch sold more hardware units in Q3 of this year than any platform since the DS in 2009. Luke, how do you feel about this?
How do I feel about it?
What do you feel about this?
It doesn't really make me feel anything. Psych! It makes me feel like the Switch is gonna become this behemoth monster and it's literally gonna wipe out every single Nintendo console record previously held.
Not only hardware, but software too. Listen to this.
I'm my software is hardware now when I got the Switch. I don't know what to tell you.
You said what?
Um, it's good.
Listen
There's
to
a
this,
lot to look
though.
forward to.
Listen to this. Super Mario Maker 2 at 5.89 million. Link's
Oh,
Awakening 4.57 million.
uh-huh.
One Two
That's a
Switch
lot
1-2
for
Switch
Link's Awakening.
3.31 million.
What the fuck?
Mario Tennis Aces. Shout out Mario Tennis Aces at
They just had their
3.29 million.
tournament.
Dude, I really wanted to get that game. I really love the demo, but it was like 60 beans, and I was like, I want
Nah,
strikers. I'm gonna boycott this.
you know, boycott bring back strikers
I
or
want
basketball.
strikers.
Remember the 3-on-3 Mario basketball? I think
No,
about
that was
that.
on the DS, right? I never played it.
I also remember the Wii Resorts basketball. That 3-on-3 was intense.
Yes, that was my favorite mini game, and we were no ping pong.
Sword fighting? Mine was sword fighting. The sword fighting
That
journey.
don't you mean lancing?
Yeah, it was crazy in the arena. The arena and the journey
That
when you
was
made it to the
hectic.
volcano, that was insane. You were just pushing hose into the lava.
Speaking of lava and pushing hose into them, Kirby Star Allies at 3.15 million. Isn't that kind of surprising for Kirby?
I really want that game. I don't know why. I literally was at Target and I read the back of the box and it said the power of friendship. I was like, hmm. And
The
I was genuinely interested. So this might be one of my next purchases.
the thing about Kirby with me is that my experience with it is that like I've always seen it. Like I loved Kirby Air Ride for the GameCube, and that
Oh,
was
that's
my only
crazy.
experience with it besides Epic Yarn for the Wii, and I loved it. Don't trash it. But the thing is with Kirby, it's too easy for me. I don't want to boast and like, yo, I'm so good at games, but I don't know. Kirby just doesn't have that difficulty that keeps me like enticed in the experience, you know?
I
Like what do you think about
think
Kirby?
I think with a lot of games and just, maybe in life in general, and I'm not trying to touch the hearts of millions here.
Touch him, baby.
But you kind of have to, when you go into a new game, sort of absolve yourself of any previous experiences, even if it's a sequel, even if it's this is okay. This is what applies more to art than anything. When you experience a piece of art for the first time, regardless if there's prior connections, for that you have to sort of try to remove any implicit biases you have, and take it as it is.
For real.
So
And
you're
it's
you're
so
like,
hard to do though
so
for
it
me.
is. And you're playing Kirby Star Alliance and you're thinking of Kirby Air Ride and you just gotta be like Kirby Star Alliance, Kirby Star Alliance. Like I think
Allies.
a lot yeah, oopsies. A lot of people hated Sword and Shield because they're basing it off you know,
Right.
the predecessors and how great those old games were, and those old games are still amazing. And maybe when you compare them, it's not that great, but I'm having a blast playing Sword.
Luke, you
And
know
you
what's crazy? I feel like when I cop Sword with the DLC or Shield with the DLC when I get to it, I feel like
Mhm.
I'm about to love that game because I haven't played Pokemon in so long. The last one was Omega Ruby. I missed out
the,
on a bunch
the
in between.
Same. My last console Pokemon game that I bought was Black 2,
Right. Like that's a long history
and it feels good
in
to be
between them.
back. I just wish Gen 2 would get some more love. I would love the Gen 2 starters and a lot of Gen 2 Pokemons back.
Isn't that the rumor like a Gen 2 Let's Go remake or whatever?
I don't think it was a rumor. I think someone came up with the idea and then someone said it was a rumor, but that would be really fun, especially if I could transfer them into Sword and Shield afterwards.
Isn't that all Nintendo rumors like, "Oh, wouldn't this be cool?"
And then someone's like, rumor. Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, right. Speaking of rumors and more or less is Donkey Kong
Oh,
Country Tropical Freeze at 2.93 million. That's
that's
nice. That's nice
that
to
is
see.
that is insane because
Right.
it's a Wii U game, right?
Right. You know what's even crazier? In my opinion, ARMS at 2.47 million.
Uh huh.
New IPs being supported on Switch, baby. I love to see it.
That is crazy.
I don't know if these numbers are paying off for Nintendo, but these are impressive to my point of view. You know what I mean?
Yes, they are also impressive to my point of view because like Arms, I feel like Smash had to play a big part of that.
Ooh, you think like recent sales?
I think before too, leading up to Min Min, there was a little Arms hype because do you remember they had that Arms tournament?
I don't. I
Like
had
which one?
the thing is I had ARMS and I enjoyed it. I just don't know what happened. Maybe I put it back into like GameStop. I like got $10 from it. I don't know. I just don't have it anymore.
Yeah, that that might be it. That does happen.
Right. I don't want to bore you guys with all these sale numbers. I'm just gonna run through them real quick.
I
Yo-
can't even count numbers, guys. Don't feel bad.
Yoshi Crafted World at 2.9 million.
Too
Pokemon.
low.
You think so?
Should be in the billions.
You like Yoshi?
Never played the game, but
Oh.
it, that's what it should be.
We got Pokken Tournament Deluxe at 1.8 million. I remember this game. I forgot. Actually, I don't remember. I forgot it. I forgot this game existed. I don't know why I said I remembered, but this came out launch year, right?
Yeah, they also had a freaking like a free week for Nintendo Switch Online members to play it,
Yep, I
and
remember
it
that.
was pretty fun.
All right, Octopath Traveler. Outside of Japan, it got 1.68 million. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker at 1.58. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. I forgot that was a game. 1.343 million. And I don't want to hate on anybody who likes these games. Like, oh, I forgot that was a game. Like, if you like these games, like by all means, I really like. It's just my
Shut up, shut up. You're probably really sexy if you like all these games. That's all I'm
yeah,
gonna
that's a
say.
fact. Something surprising that we were literally talking about. The Labo Variety Kit #1 was 1.37 million. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Astral Chain, I really want that game. The platinum game,
Astral Chain
1.14
does
million.
look good.
Yeah. And Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 at 1.13. My brother recently got that game for his birthday, so he probably added to that 1.13. So
That's
you're
insane.
welcome.
He did. You know what's crazy?
Hmm.
And I just went on the eShop.
Right.
There's a big distraction.
For
Abzu's on
real.
sale. Abzu's on sale for $2 right now.
The eShop drop. I
I
was
just I
gonna
just want.
recommend Abzu. Nah, it's all good. But yeah, if anyone doesn't know, Abzu is a really meditative experience, like a 3 or 4 hour. It's like a movie that you're playing, and it's
It's
underwater
transformative. It's
for
a
real.
very it shows you the range that the medium of games
Right.
has.
And another thing about Abzu, like Giant Squid, the people who made that game, shout out to them. They just released their new game on PS5, The Pathless. That game looks dope too. But yeah, more sales. We got the
Ooh.
best sellers. We talked
Dun
about we started
dun.
with 5.5 million or something for Super Mario Maker 2, but that's nothing. This is
What?
what I'm talking about. We got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at 29 million. Animal Crossing at 26 million. Are
And
you
it just came
kidding
out.
me?
It just came out this year. Mario Kart's been on the Switch for almost 4 years now.
Are
And
you
Animal Crossing
joking?
just came out.
Super Smash Bros at 21 million.
That's actually not surprising. That's the only thing.
Breath of the Wild at 19.755.
Too low, too low.
That should be in the 100 millions.
I'm about to buy it 300 million more times.
Sword and Shield at 19 million.
Oh?
That should be a little higher, to be honest. But that's still like record breaking sales. I feel like PS4 exclusives don't even touch that. And that's Nintendo's fifth game in the 19 millions.
Jesus.
Super Mario Odyssey, 19 million. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee then takes a dip at 12.49 million.
I contributed to that.
Nice. Uh, Super Mario Party at 12.10 million. I really wanted to get this
That's
game.
baffling. That's
I
baffling.
wanted to get this game too. Do you know anything about this?
I just know that it's has not had the best reception.
Oh,
And
that's
and
a
I've
shame.
and I've played it at Brendan's and it was not that fun.
Fuck.
And and everyone was really more mad when when I played the first time and won.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So they all pooped on your party.
I mean, the party was kind of poopy already. So
Nice.
their pooping didn't really like there was just so much shit at that point that there wasn't enough their shit didn't make it any stinkier, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Speaking of shit stains, Splatoon 2 at 11.27 million. Nah, I
Oh
love
god.
Splatoon. And to see Splatoon 2 get upwards of 10 million, like, shout out to them.
That's very
Okay.
sexy, right?
Takes a little dip more. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe at 8.32 million.
That's crazy because that's a Wii U game.
Yeah.
Like,
And it came out recently. 2019, maybe? Fuck.
jeez Louise.
Luigi's Mansion 3 at 7.83
Too
million.
too low. John Leguizamo's mansion should be at like 300 bazillion gajillion.
This is the thing with Luigi's Mansion. I love how this game. I feel like this is the best selling Luigi's Mansion, and it's impressive for that kind of series. It's not like the most mainline Nintendo series at all. Like it's
Oh
very
yeah, not at
niche,
all.
and I love to see Luigi get some.
Yes, I love when Luigi gets love. Fuck a thought
Yeah,
named Mario, bro.
this is
Stepping on
very
Luigi's.
surprising.
Oh, I've never been growing up. Maybe because my name starts with an L, but
Right.
I've always been Team Luigi.
See, I played Sunshine. Like that was one of the first games I ever played. So I was like, Mario, Marcos, this is me. I was just jumping around in Al Delfino. Wait, Luke, Luigi, Mario, Mark. Wait, that was weird. That was weird.
What if we kissed? Anyway,
The next sales number is really impressive and really surprising. Ring Fit Adventure at 5.84 million.
that's a quarantine exclusive, baby. That's a Nintendo creating coronavirus to further
Stop
their
it.
agenda of selling Ring Fit at home quarantine exercising devices.
It was worth it at the end,
It
right?
was weird. I
Mario
guess
3D
so.
All Stars. Wait, what were you gonna say?
I said I guess so. I mean, I'm surprised by how much.
To be honest, this game looked enticing to begin with, but when I play games, I'm not really like active and I'm not really physical. So to like think of doing that while playing a game really like confused me. But
Yeah.
this looked fun when I first saw it. Like it's sold out everywhere
Yeah, that's
when I try and check for it.
my biggest it's not so much an issue as maybe more I don't know how to phrase it. My biggest what's the word I'm looking for?
Find it.
I I guess it's a I guess it's like a conceit. My biggest conceit with the game is
Hmm.
like I just feel like oh, I wouldn't buy this game, right? Like why would I
Right.
spend money on this? But if I had the game, I would play it.
That's a fact. Like I want to borrow this real quick from someone. You know what I mean?
And like I'm not trying to be like, I'm above fitness games or anything. Like it's cool if it works for you. Like if that's your main source of fitness and you can do it, that's great. That's awesome.
To be
And
honest, in an
I
alt.
don't want to like, you know, doo doo on it,
Right.
but I also don't want to pay not trying to say I don't know how to put this. Like I'm not trying to say fitness games aren't games,
No, I
but
know what
I
you
it's
mean.
definitely not at the top of my list.
I know what you mean. It's not, yeah, it's not one of the under on your radars, but in an alternate reality, I could see myself playing this game for the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just not this reality.
And also I had a bad experience with We Fit. I thought it was gonna be more fun than it actually ended up being. It was
Oh, that
not.
like balance board thing. I remember
Yeah.
that. Wow. Super Mario 3D All Stars, we got 5.21 million. Those sales
Ooh.
are definitely going to be updated soon, and they're definitely going to be probably above Mario Bros. U Deluxe at 8.32 million. I think it's going to double by like December.
I think by March 31st it will have surpassed Mario Bros. The U one, the U
I
Deluxes.
think by March it's going to be past Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. It's going to be around 15 million in my view. Cuz dude, this is a timed exclusive. This is a
Yeah.
collection of crazy classic games. And I don't know, it's like irresistible. But I could see someone not wanting to get it. Like I commend their choice of that, but I'm a sucker and I bought it day one. So
The only reason I wasn't a sucker for that is because I'm a sucker for Age of Calamity.
speaking of Age of Calamity, Paper Mario the Origami King at 2.82 million.
What does that have to do
It
with
has nothing to do with it. Clubhouse 51 Worldwide Classics. This is a game that was on my radar
My
for a
friend
bit.
has it and she wants me to get it so bad and I kind of want to get it, but
When I see
it's
this
just
game
not on
on the
the top of
sale,
the radar.
yeah, when I see this on a sale, like I'm definitely gonna snag it. But this is at 1.81 million, and this came out this year, I think.
Yeah, I did. I think it came out
That's
around the same time
impressive.
as Xenoblade Chronicles.
Speaking about that, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition at 1.4, baby. Stop hating on Xenoblade. I never played a Xenoblade game, but I like it.
Xenoblade is for little pee stinkers. Shulk is a little baby doo doo pants. I freaking hate Shulk.
Oi!
The power of the Minotaur blade. Blimey, beans on toast. Bro, I only have room in my heart for one blonde, sword wielding twink teenage boy,
Blimey!
and it's not the British one.
Wait,
Yeah, Link. Link is the only twink teenage boy that wields a sword
Don't you
That is
dare call
from
him
Nintendo.
Link. All right, enough of all these sales. Actually, speaking of sales, the
Like
Switch,
boats?
the Switch sold 68.3 million today to from its launch till today. This is from November 5th actually. So it's probably going to go up, only going up from there. But
Yes.
68.3 million, are you joking? For
I'm
3
not.
years on the market? Are you kidding me?
Of course I'm not.
PS5 numbers are like 110 million and that's like 7 8 years.
PS5 or PS4?
PS4, my bad, my bad. And
Yeah,
that
it
was
is. It is. I mean, they're not gonna stop selling PS4s just because the 5 came out. Like not for a while at least. So
yeah, it's only going to go up from there too, but the Switch is only going up
the Switch is. I'm telling you, the Switch is slobbing the noggin. You know what I mean?
for real. I'm not really into this next news item, but it's still with the sales numbers to end it all out. We got Pokemon Go seeing its best calendar year yet in 2020 with $1 billion generated. Lifetime revenue surpasses $4 billion. So just this year they created 25% of their overall profits. Isn't that fucking crazy?
That is fucking insane. And did you see they said what's it called? They now charge people to transfer Pokemon
What?
from Pokemon Go to Sword and Shield. They're like, oh, you can transfer for free, but the servers, the Pokemon servers are backlogged. But if you pay $10, we can speed it up. So like some people have to wait 6 days just to transfer their Pokemon over. But if they pay $10, it'll be faster.
That's some like Fortnite Battle Pass Pokemon type shit.
Literally,
I don't like it.
I hate it.
But I
I
can't
hate it
say
forever.
anything because I'm not really aware of the Pokemon scene right now. But I'm definitely will be soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but enough about number one. Enough about sales numbers. Enough about money.
Boo.
Enough about money.
Boo.
All right,
Boo.
let's go to games. Number
Sorry.
two, Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase, the last of 2020. All right. So to start it off, we got some weird cloud version of Control Ultimate Edition.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel about this, bro? Like I tried it out, I tested out once I saw the Switch Partner Showcase, I was like, does this work? Because there's a demo available on the eShop. It all depends on your Wi-Fi connectivity and like your bandwidth speeds and all that. And if you don't have a secure internet connection, which I don't at this location where I'm at, but to be honest, this game, like the creators of this game said this game wouldn't be able to come to the Switch without this cloud version.
I guess maybe that's what the Switch Pro may be about, more cloud-based gaming so they can have stronger
Oh
games without.
no.
It's just an idea. But
Yeah, but I would hate that, bro. Like like if I had Ethernet, like I would be all over it, but I just
but you
don't.
don't and I don't. I understand.
Right.
But don't worry, don't worry. It's just me thinking. It's not
Right, right,
really
right.
it.
But Control, this is the type of game I'd play on like PS5 or Series X, you know? Like I'm not playing this on my Switch.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I don't know. Cause like
Are you interested in Control? First off, like
I I am, but definitely
it's not your main priority right now.
not even that. It's just like I already lose my shit every time I play Smash Ultimate online. And even sometimes when I'm trying to do link battles with my friends in Sword and Shield, it's kind of doo doo. And these are just like,
I'm talking about regardless of the cloud version. Like, do you want to play Control?
I mean, like, yeah, but if I want to play it on the Switch, I can't ignore the cloud aspect. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
And
that's
that's,
that's what I'm trying to say. Like I would never play Control on my Switch
yeah.
or that type of fidelity game. You know,
Hmm.
like Doom Eternal or something that we're still waiting for on Switch. By the way,
Any
Bethesda
day
wanted to
now.
let you know that.
Any day now.
But yeah, enough about Control. Let's kick it to Hyrule Warriors.
Let's lose control and
Let's
go
lose
back
it.
100 years before the Great Calamity.
What did you feel about this little slice of whatever they showed?
I feel very excited,
Oh wait,
and
the news was that they have a demo out, and you have impressions, right?
I do have impressions. I have many impressions. Gameplay is fucking fire. The RPG elements,
Sweet.
fire. In addition to that, the story is again requires a bit of, and it's advertised as a prequel, but the story definitely requires a bit of detachment from the main game, and I wouldn't be so quick to call this installation canon. in
Oh
case
really?
in case anyone wanted my opinion, it's not a canon Zelda game if the title isn't The Legend of Zelda.
Wow. But when you really think about it, Hyrule Warriors has always been a wacky series with a bunch of characters just
Mm-hmm.
chomping on Zelda enemies. You know what I
And
mean?
that's what you should be buying.
Right.
You should be buying the
You're
gameplay
yeah,
rather than the story per
right.
se.
The story is just like a nice like carry on top if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but it's more so about, hey, yo, let me play as a character that looks like another popular character from my favorite game and beat the shit out of everyone.
Right. What I did like about the demo and what I did like about some of the gameplay was that there are a lot of smaller enemies like bokoblins are running around everywhere, and those
Hmm.
are really disposable enemies that you could just wipe out with like few attacks. But
Yeah,
like the boss character, I wouldn't say boss, like semi boss. They're like bigger characters that you could
yeah.
focus on. And I thought that gameplay was kind of similar to Breath of the Wild, and I enjoyed it.
I love. Did you okay in the second level on the at the Breach of Demise on the road to the ancient Hyrule Tech Lab?
Mm,
Which, by the way, there was an English mistransliteration there.
for
They
real.
said they labeled it as the Hateno Ancient Tech Lab when it's supposed to be the Royal Ancient Tech Lab.
Oh, you know more than Nintendo then. Come on.
Like, it's
Everyone
just that I don't know what happened at Treehouse. I don't know who was maybe they forgot to slogging on their noggin. Maybe they forgot their thinking cap that day. Accidents happen.
No, if you're listening to this Nintendo, hire Luke as your translator ambassador. Come on now. He saw something that you guys didn't. All right? And he's going to do it again.
Yeah, I am gonna do it again.
I don't know if I'm going to get Age of Calamity to be honest. I might watch a Tippy Town stream at twitch.tv/TippyTown,
Oh yeah,
TIPYTOWN.
my plan is on Thursday in the day,
Right.
in the morning, I'm gonna release episode 3 of Neighbor's Wisdom, and then at 11:50 p.m. I'm gonna start my stream and hope for the midnight release, and then we're gonna stay up till I'm thinking about 3 or 4. Then I'm gonna
Oh,
mobile stream myself going to pick up the amiibos on Friday at Best
nice.
Buy, and then we're gonna get back home and we're gonna keep playing.
Nice, bro.
And the goal, I'm gonna try to also upload the VODs to YouTube, but that will be a bit difficulty, I think.
Definitely. But
Yeah, we're
that will
not very tech
come to
savvy.
yeah, we're not at all tech savvy. I'm I'm a
if
caveman when
you
it comes to computers.
if you watched our stream, you would know.
Oh yeah, I messed up. I'm just gonna say I'm sorry for people who watched that. Like, if it cut out like 5 or 6 times, that was my fault. My bad. But yeah, Age of Calamity coming out November 20th. Does the progress?
Transfer indeed it does, similar to Pikmin.
Nice. Yeah, so that's gonna be exciting. I'm gonna definitely gonna tune into that stream.
Hmm. It's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next game that was oh oh
Sorry. Just got carried away.
the next game that was announced with the mini partner showcase was Immortals: Phoenix Rising. This is coming from Ubisoft, and it's coming out December 3rd. How do you feel about this game, Luke? This is also
Um,
PS5,
this
Xbox Series X, P4.
this isn't this is not to say that the game itself is bad,
Right.
but I have no interest in it in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. The only Ubisoft IPs I care about right now, I wanted that Rainbow Six Outbreak mode to come out, but then we had a pandemic outbreak,
Oh
so
yeah,
that was
the
disappointing.
quarantine.
Yeah, they're supposed to be Rainbow Six Quarantine,
Yeah,
which is ironic.
that's so
Um,
crazy.
we were supposed to, and I want to. I just want look. if Ubisoft wants to bring shit to the Switch, don't bring the fucking Immortals Phoenix Rising. I don't give a fuck about that. This is, this is not an objective rating or informed opinion on the game. I don't give a fuck about that doodle ass, poopoo ass, smelly, stinky,
Are
shitty,
wait, wait, wait,
slanking
wait,
doo doo
Luke, Luke,
game.
Luke, 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 Luke. Are
All
you
I want, all I want is another Rayman Raving Rabbits game for the
fucking idiot?
Nintendo Switch. You have motion controls with
Oh
the
yeah,
Joy Cons. Let me, or just port even,
oh yeah,
re-release Rayman Raving Rabbids 2 that was for the Wii. Just bring it to the
oh yeah,
Switch,
baby.
please.
For
That's
real
all I
though,
want. That's all I want from Ubisoft. Stop trying to make open world games. You already
wait,
have Assassin's Creed. Just
Immortals.
give me.
Immortal. Yeah, dude. Honestly, Rayman. I want more Rayman. The creator of Rayman, actually, Michael Ansel, he
Yeah,
actually recently left the games industry to pursue like animal preservation and shit. That's pretty dope. But
that's fucking cool as shit.
yeah,
And I think I saw his tweet. I think he said he felt like,
it was his time or some shit.
yeah, and I think he felt like that Raymond would be in good hands. I think he said
Yeah,
also.
he did say that. So my thing with Immortals Phoenix Rising is that once I first saw it, like the advertisement, the freaking animation bullshit that we don't see gameplay, the first E3 trailer, I was
Yeah,
like, okay, this is Gods and Monsters. What is this? I was intrigued. Greek mythology is cool, but once it's changed its name to Immortals Phoenix Rising, it's such a trash name, so generic. And once I saw gameplay, I was like, oh, but this game has been like recently been touted as like a Breath of the Wild, like in terms of like traversability and like climbing and flying everywhere and shit. Like I don't know, Luke.
I don't know if
I
I'd
don't
say
know,
that.
Luke.
I don't
People
know
were
if I'd
people
say
were
that.
people were saying this is like Breath of the Wild, but Ubisoft's take on that.
I mean, Breath of the Wild is just a Zelda take on the open world platform. Just because it's cell shaded, I think people are too quick to call it a Breath of the Wild clone.
This is the other thing that I hate about people comparing anything to Zelda is that if you want to be Zelda, you can't though. Cuz like Zelda has its own quirks, it has its own soundtrack, it has its own like characters and shit that you can't replicate for real.
Yeah,
And if
and
you
and I
try to, you're just going to look like Immortals Phoenix Rising.
and I think sometimes too, like on the other side of it, just because it feels similar or just because there's inspiration doesn't mean it's a clone. Like,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
let me talk about the controversial one, Genshin Impact.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That game kind of looks cool.
I want to play that game so bad. I've seen people call it like Breath of the Waifus and like all this really funny shit.
Wow.
But it goes harder on the RPG elements because let me tell you something. Legend of Zelda is not an RPG series. Breath of the Wild has RPG elements, but it's not an RPG game.
No, it's like adventure puzzle if
Yeah, just
anything.
because you have weapons and weapon, information regarding those weapons doesn't make it RPG.
Right.
It's very clear that it's not.
Mhm. One thing I did want to touch on with Immortals is that like this is besides the game's point, but like I saw an Adventure Time crossover trailer like trying to advertise the game, and I fuck with
Adventure
Adventure
Time.
Time heavy. Yeah. And it was
Really?
like
With the
in the style of the show, and Immortals characters are in it, and I'm like, "Whoa, this is pretty cool with Adventure Time, but I don't really care about this game." You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't.
Adventure Time's kind of like I don't want to say it's dead, but it's not really like prevalent anymore, right? Like I love
Yeah,
that show.
I
Don't get me
I
wrong.
love Adventure
I
Time.
was watching it yesterday before I went to work. Like, don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's like falling off a little bit, right?
I just also think the Greek mythology thing is overused, or at least like
Like you got to do it right if you're gonna.
there there is so much other Bronze Age ancient mythology. You have Rome, you have the Near East. You know, if you want to play a game that's a little bit open, that deals with mythology,
Mm,
you have
you got God of
what's it
War
called?
to begin
You
with,
have God of War. You have Hades.
right?
Um,
Shout out Hades. We just keep shouting out Hades every
um,
episode.
what's that game? What's that game? Oh, Raji.
Oh yeah,
That
Raji.
indie game that's based in ancient Indian mythology, I believe.
That game looked cool. from what I've seen.
And Roman Greco mythology is very popularized in the West, and it's
Yeah.
very taken from it's very adapted from the source. This is a brand new type of thing that you should dive into.
Mm.
The gameplay of Phoenix might be mad, but like the whole Greek mythology thing, like let it go.
Yeah, for real. Stop trying to like do
You're
it.
not even reading the Greek. You're not even reading in the Greek. And maybe I'm biased because because I'm a classics major,
Right.
so I want people to do more justice to it. But Raji is an indie game. I'm pretty sure the studio themselves, they're from India.
Yeah, I remember them watching them
And
on a direct mini or something. It was
yeah,
it was a
and they're
cool story.
making an Indian game with an Indian character. The company's from India
Right. It was
about
a
Hindu religion and
faithful.
culture. That's perfect thing for you to learn something new and dive into,
Right.
broaden your horizons than just the Percy Jackson you read in middle school.
Yeah, learn a different type of culture and ingrain yourself in that and like enrapture yourself in that for an experience, you know? I might
Hmm.
actually cop Raji.
Me too. I
Like
think
you just made me want to cop it.
it looks really good.
For real.
It
Like
has
shout
some
out to them.
RPG-ish elements too. So I
Oh,
think I
okay.
think it'll be fun.
Right. Going back to the direct mini though. The next game that was actually this isn't really in order. This is just what I'm reading from the article. We got
Yeah.
Bravely Default 2. This got delayed, I think.
I think they did.
It's coming out exclusively for the Switch, likewise with the prequel on 3DS, I think. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of Bravely Default. What about you, Luke?
I played the demo and there was two. This was like something we've talked about on my other podcast where we talk about like when things are too lore heavy.
Mm,
There was so much reading I had to do that I was just really just so much dialogue reading and less playing from the demo that I couldn't get into it.
yeah, I feel that. But sometimes you like want to do that. Like it
So
depends
yeah,
on like
I'm not saying those games are bad. I'm just saying at
right.
least from the demo, which is supposed to, I think the point of the demo is to appeal to non-fans or but go a little bit beyond that. That definitely was a bit of a turn off for me. I'm not gonna say that I'll never play the game, but it's definitely on the back of my list.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of the back of my list, Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. I don't wanna hate on this game. This is like a Harvest Moon like.
I'm always down for those games.
Yeah, me too, to be honest. Like I don't know why I said it's on the back of my burner, but
Yeah,
like
maybe you don't want this one specifically.
right, this game didn't really catch my eye when I saw the showcase, but I
If you
like
get it,
Stardew Valley, my sister got that and that game looks dope.
hmm
Yeah,
all
but
these life sim games are very relaxing. They fill a very simple purpose. It's fun.
yeah,
I don't discourage anyone. I love Animal Crossing. I'm a longtime Animal Crossing fan,
right.
but you can try other. You can try other ones than just Animal Crossing if you're having maybe Animal Crossing is just not doing it for you right now.
Yeah, this could be a nice
Try another one.
alternative.
Yeah.
After that we got No More Heroes 3, 2, and 1.
Oh. Hmm.
3 is gonna come out, like I said previously. It's gonna come out next year. You don't know when. Probably might not, to be honest. But 1 and 2 are out on the Switch now. If you want that. The next game, Hitman 3 Cloud version, which is really weird too. This is the latest Hitman game that's not out yet. It's coming for next gen, actually. So this is gonna be a cloud version game like Control was. It's gonna require a steady internet connection, but yeah, this is another game that I would check out on a different console.
But if you
But if you don't have it, it's nice. It's a nice option. Like
if
that,
you have that if you have that Ethernet adapter for the
right?
Switch,
Like these cloud versions are nice for people who don't have the opportunity to play it on other consoles. But I
they could be better. They could be, it could
right,
be the whole thing could be better. But if you really wanted
right.
that bad, it's an option.
Mm-hmm.
Still an option.
Yeah. The next game was Part-Time UFO from HAL Laboratory, the developers of Kirby. And so this game originally came out on iOS like a few years ago. I had this game on my radar for a while. And then I don't really play mobile games. Like I don't really like using my phone that much. So
It's crazy. A little foreshadowing when I talk about the eShop drop. It has to do. It started with. It's because I started playing a mobile game again.
oh, for real? Nice. There's always that one or two game that you play on mobile that I'm like, yeah, these are nice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Part-time UFO though, if you really want to like a quirky little game that you want on Switch, I don't really know how to explain it. You're like this, you know those arcade machines where you like move the claw
Yes, I
to get
used to be
those?
so good at those.
I sucked at them.
Let me tell you a little story, and this is the biggest flex. This is where I peaked in life.
Nice.
I was living in Houston at the time, and I was at a place called Willie's restaurant. I think
Hey,
it's like
Willie.
it's like burgers, fajitas, and shit.
Oh my god, bro. Houston probably has the best BBQ. Like you were telling me
Mhm.
about that in middle school, right? When we first met.
Yeah,
Yeah, Houston,
I
that's
miss the
so
food.
lit.
I have not had good barbecue here.
We need to
We've
get
been to a
there.
few places where the Gamer Goombas hits the road. So
Yeah.
guys, don't forget to donate to Gamer Goombas to afford Gamer Goombas hits the road.
Psych.
But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was living in Houston, and it was one of those restaurants like super like casual family, and they had the arcade machines, like they had a gaming area, and it was
Right.
like a little mini arcade.
Yeah.
And I played the claw machine, and I got two stuffed animals in one claw go.
Ooh.
That's I peaked. Yep. Hmm.
I thought it was about to be like, yo, I want a PS5 or I want a PS4 or something.
Nah, nah. That's some luck. This wasn't luck. This was
Do you
all
still
skill.
have the stuffed animals?
No.
Poser. All right. So next after part-time UFO, we got surviving the aftermath. I don't remember this game at all. It's supposed to like
I
be a survival post-apocalyptic, another one of those, right?
yeah.
I don't know. Comes out in spring 2021. I don't really
No,
care.
the
I'm hating on
survival games are not the wave right now. Everyone's already having a hard time surviving already in the real life.
right.
It's too close to reality to
We
give
don't
me an
want to have a stressful morning and a stressful night playing surviving the aftermath.
exactly.
Speaking of the aftermath, Tropico 6 is coming to Switch. This is similar to like Civilization, I think. This is like a world builder, like a world manager or some shit.
Hmm.
My friends back in college, shout out to them. They graduated like last year, but whenever I'd pull up, not
Oh,
whenever, but most of the time, majority of the time, there was someone playing Civ 6 or Civ 5 or Civ whatever. But they loved that game. And so I was really intrigued about that gameplay. And maybe Tropico 6 is a potential thing, but I think Civ 6 is on Switch, so I'd rather go with that. Just because of the familiarity. Do you care about Tropico?
I don't even know what it is,
Yeah,
and
right.
not in a disrespectful way. Just I don't know what Tropico is.
I think it came out already, so if you want that, go get it. The next game is Bakugan. Bakugan. I just said it wrong. Baku. Everybody's gonna be like, dude, it's Bakugan, not Baku.
I mean, they're not wrong.
All right, Champions of Restroya. I don't know how to say that.
I saw. Oh, there's
This
something
could
to say
never
about
be
this
my
game.
thing. I don't even know what Bakugan. Oh my god, I'm saying Bakugan is.
I saw a crazy glitch, or just like I just saw a clip on Twitter that went viral of
Oh, let's
displaying some really poor. It did not show the game in a good light. Not like a
go.
critical, just showed like a glitch or issue with the game that was pretty bad. Where the guy was talking to an NPC, and the NPC kept running, and then the character stopped. Like the main character stopped, and the dialogue still showed up, but the NPC was out of frame at this point.
Jeez. So the game's broken. What are you trying to say?
Yes,
Nice.
and not broken in a fun way.
I'm looking at Bakugan right now, and it looks like Beyblade mixed with like,
With Pokemon, more or less.
right, like Dragon Pokemon.
You have this little magnetic card,
Yeah,
right? It's kind of thick that you put the Bakugan on and it comes out of the ball. Then you just battle. I don't know how, but that's more or less how it goes.
that kind of sounded dope. Like
It sounds cool.
the magnetic part of it only though.
That's because the magnet was the only way to get it to like like pop out.
Yeah. All right, so the last game from the
We've
show.
been on number 2 for so long.
I know, right? Griftlands. I don't know what this game is either. It says explore the gritty sci-fi world of Griftlands when it launches summer 2021. So if you have that on
Summer
your radar,
2021. Get out of here. Summer
uh,
2021. Get out of
yeah, we
here.
might not even be there.
Yeah, game.
Might not even
We
be
might.
there.
Gamer Goombas just might explode before then.
Right. Wait, explode.
I hope you edited in a sound when I did that sound.
All right, bet. That's good. That would actually be funny if I was like, "Wait, explode." All right, bet. That's a good deal. So,
uh,
enough about number 2 for, like, 50 minutes. Let's talk about some Black Friday deals with number 3.
da da da. I don't know, like a little game showy kind of music, like
Yeah.
doody doo. Yeah.
Alright. So, Nintendo is sharing their details on Black Friday 2020 plans.
Oh, are they now? Indubitably.
First up,
Sorry.
we got the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Switch bundle containing 3 months of membership to Switch Online, and it's gonna be sold at 300.
That is a crazy good deal.
So, do you think these sales of the Switch and Mario Kart contribute to that such high?
Oh, this is gonna add like 50 million to
No,
that.
what my question is saying, like, do you think that sale of Mario Kart with the Switch, is that going towards that stat?
Oh, 100%.
For real?
Yeah, they're selling the game.
Ah, that's a different story, though.
Statistics, look, data. People think science is a hard thing, like it can't be obstructed. Data exists on its own, right? How they
Mm,
manipulate that data, it can be manipulated.
right,
They can
right.
they can present it in a certain way. Are they still the fact is they're
Yeah.
selling Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, right? But if they're not, they might not mention that it's with a bundle, but they're
Right.
still selling 8 Deluxe, so they could still include that in their
I
statistics.
see, Nintendo, your tricks.
Ooh, you cannot fool us with your deceit and thievery and your trickery, Nintendo.
Let's continue with that accent for real for the rest of the episode, please.
Oh God. Okay.
All right. So the next discount is several Switch games are going to be discounted to $20 to $40. This includes Mario Maker 2, Luigi's
Oh,
Mansion 3,
blimey!
Link's Awakening,
Wondrous.
Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I'm
Ex-
definitely going to cop it.
Excellent. Oh, that's on my radar too. If I'm being honest,
Mario
I would
Tennis
like, I
Aces,
would like, I would like to acquire Family in Three Houses.
Mario Tennis Aces, Mario Tennis Aces. Nah, Yoshi's Crafted World.
Wacky. Look, if I had a girlfriend or a younger sibling, I would use that as an excuse to get Yoshi's Crafted World.
Bro, I was
But I can't, so I can't justify getting Yoshi's Crafted World over other things that would be out.
right, right. My little bro, he's 6. He played
Damn it,
the
you
demo.
could get it.
He played the demo for Yoshi, and he's like, "I want this game." So
That'd be the perfect game for you guys to play together.
that would be awesome. Actually, I love playing games with him that like require me to just do all the work and
Look,
him
harm.
just sit
There's
around.
there's a lot of there's a lot of fun in games where you can just spend time with someone, not have to think, and
Right.
it's just feels very infantile and childish. There's a lot of worth in that sort of
Yeah,
thing.
for sure. Other than that, we got Splatoon 2, Mario Deluxe, Mario Bros. U
Also
Deluxe.
on my radar, Splatoon 2.
You don't have it?
No,
Bro, wait for Splatoon 3 to be honest. Like Splatoon 2 is still kicking, but the player base has fallen off a bit.
I
I've
mean, you think there'll be Splatoon 3 soon?
maybe with like the Switch upgrade or maybe with
Yeah,
like Switch 2 or something.
I
Yeah,
could see it
probably
being
get
a
Splatoon 2 actually. Probably get it.
because I think they're bringing back the player base with all they're still doing Splatfest, and
Right.
the idea of a Splatfest just seems so fun. And I played the demo. I didn't super love it, but I
Mm,
was having fun.
yeah. Regardless of the multiplayer though, the single player and the DLC that my sister got is actually phenomenal.
hmm
Like from a shooter perspective, like with all the innovative ideas that they do, like shout out Splatoon team. Other sales include Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee for $30.
This if you've never played a Pokemon game before,
Yeah, that's a nice entry.
this is a good segue.
And then we got Minecraft Dungeons for $20 if you want to go and get that.
I'm okay.
Yeah, me too. Another weird thing is that Walmart's Black Friday deals have $30 games. This is
Yeah, they're hitting it a lot harder.
right.
That's
Fire
something I noticed too. I was at Walmart recently, and a
Emblem.
lot of the $60 games were $50. So I think take everything that the other stores are doing and just take off 10.
Wow. I don't want to support Walmart though.
Me neither.
We got Fire Emblem. Yeah, should we just say fuck Walmart and just boycott
Yeah.
this? Yeah, fuck
Yep.
you. Yeah, fuck all the other ones too. Best Buy's discounting Nintendo titles. I don't really want to read it off. Nintendo did their thing. I'm gonna support Nintendo.
Look, we don't have to sit through this.
Right,
You can check it out. You can Google it. You'll
right.
find it.
Do your research, folks. And if you wanna spend a bag on games, make sure those
Do
games
it.
are games you want to play. Don't just go spending bags on games. Cause I used to be that person. I used to just spend bags like $20 here, $20 there. I'm like, oh yeah. When I was a little kid, I was like, yes. Not even little. When I was like 15, 16, any type of money I'd get. Oh, I'm buying a game now. Like it was an
Let
addiction,
me
bro. It was bad.
let me tell you how to remedy that. And this is what I do now. I can't get a new game until I finish a game.
Very good idea. And that's
And it really holds you accountable. It really makes you like, all right, maybe we're not gonna get Fire Emblem Three Houses.
right.
I still have to play. I haven't beaten the final boss in Animal Crossing. I haven't
Excuse me?
haven't Hyrule Wars hasn't even come out yet. I still have to finish Pikmin 3.
Yeah,
Like
we'll
there's a
get
lot.
into that.
I still haven't beat the final boss in Nino Kuni.
Oh my god. I love Nino Kuni and I want to play that game again, but I'm gonna have to restart it if to
It's
be
gonna have to
honest.
be another time sort of thing.
It's gonna be
It's a
another
very
50 hours of
yeah.
bashing my head against a wall while like smiling and laughing.
Oh my god, that's the probably the longest intro slash tutorial I think there's to a game. The Ghibli 2D cutscenes were cool, but there were not enough
Right,
to make it worth it.
right.
There
The
should have been
game
more.
opens up like 25 hours in once you get the dragon.
Literally,
After that, before that, it's just like walking aimlessly, getting like, oh, there's another
takes
enemy that's gonna kill you in one shot. Ooh.
it takes so long, and there's like no places to heal up.
Enough about ranting about Nino Kuni. Let's pull up number 4.
Da 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 da. Yeah, I'll do this one.
I think I
Im-
could do this one.
yeah,
This is I'm only saying this because Amazon is packaging randomly delivered Mario branded boxes throughout Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo, what? Throughout Nintendo. Nintendo. That's a new
oh
thing. November is Nintendo's month.
Nintendo.
All right, so throughout November, yeah.
Wait, bleep this part out and copyright it, and then
Okay.
sell it to Nintendo.
Facts. Nintendo. Yeah, so I work at Amazon if anyone doesn't know. And I've been picking to buffering, stowing all these packages. And yeah, Mario boxes are being delivered. And they look pretty cool. Do you think this is gonna be like a collector item? Like this
No,
piece
I
of
think
cardboard?
people are gonna want to make it a collector item, but
Right. It's
it's
like
cute. It's cute, but it's not that big a deal.
right.
Especially members can earn 100 platinum points. That's have you even used your platinum points?
I don't even know what platinum points are.
Exactly.
I want to shout out people who do know what they are, but it's just not in my brain right now.
Hmm.
Yeah, these boxes are red. There's a bunch of Mario paraphernalia on it. They come in small boxes, though. I want to give y'all a heads up if you want this type of box. It's randomly, like we said, these boxes are kind of small. So if you're looking to try and get this box, maybe get a smaller item. I don't know. Good luck.
Just buy a bunch of refurbished 3DSs on Amazon.
Speaking of 3DS, Metroid Samus returns. Return
Returning for
for Switch?
Switch.
I don't know. There's an image of some Metroid skin and screen protector set on Nintendo's website, right?
Hmm.
And it's like a Metroid themed one. And there's someone playing in the car on a Switch. And the game that's being shown is Metroid Samus Returns.
I
That's what we're
mean,
going on with this leak.
I believe next year is an anniversary, so expect another like 3 month long limited release to get this,
Right,
similar to Fire Emblem.
right. Jesus.
And also, this is just a graphic, and concepts are used all the time.
Right. Yeah, this is what I was kind of worried about with this rumor. Like, people taking it like out of context and shit. Like this is used a lot in Nintendo stuff. Like they just put on whatever on the Switch screen. Like it doesn't have to be a Switch game. You know what I mean? They could just Photoshop like a picture of anything.
Exactly.
But they
But
also did leak Kirby Fighters 2 recently this year on their website too. So maybe they're leaking Samus Returns on the Switch. Would you get this game if this came out on the Switch?
yes.
I also would. I missed it out on the 3DS because I just didn't have a 3DS towards the end tail of that console's life. But
Yeah.
this game was one of the games I really wanted to play, and I was sad I missed out. And so I'm just waiting for it to come to Switch, and maybe there's a possibility that it will. You know,
I hope so.
fingers crossed, baby.
If there's any two Nintendo franchises that need a revival,
What are
even I mean, aside from Metroid being the obvious one, there's one that is in dire need more than Metroid. Can you
they?
believe
Let me
that?
guess it. Let me guess it.
Guess it.
F-Zero.
Uh-huh.
Fuck Nintendo.
Let me
Nah,
tell you
I'm
something.
not
Let
gonna
me
say
tell you
that.
something. Let me tell you something, guys. Listeners, let me tell you something.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
Wait, can I tell you
Listeners.
something?
Only if you let me tell you something.
All right, let me tell you something.
All right, but let me tell you something, which
Go ahead,
is,
bro.
and if you're younger, you might not know this. Captain Falcon, he's not from a fighting game.
Yeah, he's
He's
from a
not.
game called
He's not a fighting.
F-Zero.
He's not a fighting character. He's a racing guy
For real.
for real,
This
bro.
game, yeah.
How are you gonna bring Crash Team Racers to the Switch, but not bring an F-Zero
Are
something?
you
Come on.
kidding me? You just blew my mind right there. Crash Bandicoot Remastered. I mean, Crash Kart, Crash Team Racing Remastered, Refueled, whatever the freak is on Switch, but F-Zero isn't?
How are you not gonna make at least one 3D
Not even
F-Zero racing game?
Luke, not even Crash. There's Fast Racing Remix. You know that game? The launch title for the Switch?
I do not. Hold on.
It's a very carbon copy. Not a carbon copy, but it's very influenced by F-Zero and Wipeout.
Let
And
me see this.
it's
Fast racing.
I had Fast Racing Neo on the Wii U. Shout out to that game. But they made like
Oh my god.
yeah, this game, dude, if anyone's that's going to be my eShop drop for the day. Fast Racing Remix, even though I don't even have it, like I know it's like an upgrade from Neo and I loved that game. But
It
another
does look like a sort of reimagined,
right.
inspired F-Zero. And it
Another
did
thing
release launch. That is crazy. I've never heard of this before.
another thing I want to talk about the F-Zero and Fast Racing franchises is these are different type of racers that implement speed more than anything. And so the thrill and the exhilaration of running at like 4,000, like 5,000 miles per hour, like it's so fun. But these games are punishing. These are hard. Even like easy mode computers, like you might be lucky if you get two. Like it's that might be my experiences with it, and I might be bad at it, but I don't know. These games are hard as hell. Just a little warning.
That's a good warning.
Right.
But please, I played the F-Zero game from the 80s. The only person I know that's good at that game is my dad.
Oh, you
Like
talking about F
like
Zero on
really
the
good.
NES?
Yeah,
The first
on
one,
the
yeah.
that one is it's fun, but like
Yo, the
but
soundtrack.
and it sucks because Captain Falcon has been eternally condemned into into a fighting game. That's not where he belongs.
You know what I would love if Smash brought in a fighter from F Zero franchise
At least
just to nudge Nintendo to make another one. Because there are so many
that's
fantastic
something
characters in
that's
that genre.
something Sakurai would do.
Right.
But remember, Nintendo gets to decide who all the characters are. And literally, it would be just as easy as adding what's his name, Blood Falcon. You
No,
don't
I
have to
don't
change
even want that
anything.
though.
You know what I mean? But like the fact,
Yeah,
like
he
it
could,
could be that easy. It could just be an Echo Fighter,
right.
just to bring some attention, some love.
Right. But there's like a ton of kooky, like crazy characters, like a lizard, goblin, or whatever. Like there's a bunch of awesome characters. Like the trophies in Melee. there's a bunch of trophies
Yes,
with Metroid,
I used to
F-Zero.
do that more than actually play, was just look at all the characters.
Yeah, right. Like,
James McCloud is an F-Zero character for all you
word.
Star Fox fans.
Yeah, speaking of series that need to be revived, like I definitely agree with Metroid and F-Zero, but I also want to see Star Fox come into the Switch's like forte. And also, there was this rumor and a very like honorable rumor, not honorable, but there was like heads behind this that like vouched for it. There was a Star Fox game that was in development that was like reminiscent on the F-Zero franchise. They were gonna
Oh,
make a Star Fox racing game,
oh,
like
that
Star
would
Fox
be
Grand
cool.
Prix or something.
That would be very cool.
Yeah, that's
There's
what I want. I want them to blend Star Fox and F-Zero and go crazy.
and it's funny because I don't even like racing games. You'll never see me playing Need for Speed unless it's underground for the GameCube. You'll
Right.
never see me playing Gran Turismo unless it's for the PlayStation 1.
Mhm.
But like futuristic racing games, that I love those. That's where it's at. Those are way more fun
Yeah.
than like Forza.
No, I the thing with racing games and me, like the simulations and like the realistic ones, I could pass up. Like those, like the technological aspect of them, I commend. Like I respect people who like them, but it's not for
Like,
me.
bro, if you really wanted to go drive in a car, just go drive a car. Like, maybe you don't have your license, maybe you have something.
Right.
This is
Like you want to have fun, you want to play Mario Kart, you want to play F-Zero.
That's different. That's like a party game.
That's
That's
like a
like a
car.
party racing game. But just for something to be cool and fast, it's always the futuristic ones that are
Right.
the best.
Right. Speaking of Metroid, we got another acquisition from Retro Studios.
Ooh.
So, data published by U.S. sales intelligence firm Intelligence 360, that's a long title, um, it revealed that Metroid Prime 4 developer Retro Studios intends to move into a new headquarters by next summer. This is a bad time to do that. I heard this is not really true that they're trying to move into a new studio, but in other news, Marissa Palumbo joined Retro Studios earlier this month. Palumbo
Who's that?
previously she spent close to a decade at Rockstar Games, having worked in production as a producer on GTA 4 and 5, LA Noire, Max Payne 3 and Red Dead Redemption, and Manhunt 2. So more recently,
Mer-
she was with Blizzard's Overwatch team for 6 years. So she's
Whoa.
got a lot under her belt. I want to see what Marissa Palumbo does with Metroid Prime 4. Again, more accusations, not accusations, but just more people coming to retro from like a lot of good experiences.
Imagine we get an M-rated Metroid. The Last of Us of Metroid. The Last of Us, but
Whoa,
make it
you
Metroid.
just blew my mind. That would be interesting to see. I really want to know what Metroid Prime 4 looks like, and we're not gonna see it for a couple more years probably. Fingers crossed that we do recently, but I mean not
M-
recently, but
make it like I want it to be a mix of an FPS and like one of those that FPS parkour game.
yeah, bro. I want Samus to be able to like traverse well in a 3D environment.
Yeah, while still making it like I can just like how cool would it be to have like a like the Calamity Ganon boss fight like that boss room, but make it like Samus versus Ridley or something, and she can like jump off the walls and use like her little propulsion to like move around. Just make it like a really big arena where you can like be super creative.
Have you seen Metroid Other M? Are you
Is that
familiar
the
with that
one?
game? Because you're
I'm
basically describing it,
I want yeah, I want that's what I want. I want it to be like that, but good.
but not a
Nah, but
shitty story.
yeah, yeah, just make
Yeah.
it like you know, and there's a lot of good there's FPS games with good traversal. What's that one? Titanfall.
Yes, bro. Titanfall 2 is one of my favorite FPSs ever.
Just give it a good movement system like that and make it doesn't even have to be first person. You can make it third person.
That would be interesting.
Definitely be creative. There's a lot of good.
Weird about with Other M, like the third person point of view. This is what I want from Metroid Prime 4. I want them to make as little story as possible. I want it to be very charming with its Metroid like aesthetic, like the very creepy, like awesome soundtrack, Blade Runner-esque a little bit, and like what you were talking about, blend the traversability and the fast combat of like a fast FPS. Miss Palumbo, who worked at Blizzard's Overwatch team for 6 years, how do you think she's gonna add on to the team?
No clue. Because
Yeah,
like
it's
you look at what she's worked for,
yeah,
and then you look where she's going, which is Nintendo. So it's like I cannot put
yeah,
GTA and Nintendo in any way. I don't see how those pieces fit.
right. It doesn't even reveal her like title in Retro.
Hmm.
I have faith in Retro though. They make great games. They made
I think it's gonna be good.
DK
And
Country.
I've seen, and I'll send you some pictures later on Twitter. A lot of Metroid fan art, and there's like a cool analog retro fan art of like the Samus suit, and it would be really cool if they went in that way. You know, if it wasn't like super sleek. You know how like there's the two futuristic styles. There's everything sleek and minimalist, and
Right.
then there's like the bulky kind of clunky where you still have to press buttons and screens and things.
Yeah.
I want Samus. I want the Samus. I want Samus to look different, but not unrecognizable. But
I
make it unique.
I could use
Make
a nice reboot or like a redesign of Samus's suit. That would be nice.
yeah, like don't make it super sleek. Like
Do you want like a
uh,
boxy look, like Halo or some shit?
yeah. Give me. I want to see a boxy Samus.
For real, that would be kind of interesting. You got me intrigued.
Like the sleek Iron Man, for example, is cool. Like when it just like the nano suit, like it looks cool. But I also liked the old style when it was clunky. It had like a nice good weight to it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like having a controller that has a good weight that's not too light.
Yeah, like the Joy-Cons.
That joy, wow, my disgusting.
It's like Joy-Cons, fix your controllers, Nintendo. I'm getting drift on both controllers now, both Joy-Cons. My right stick and my left stick. I don't even know if that's a thing. My right stick is now fucked up. And I need to upgrade immediately, but I'm just holding it off. So yeah, I
It's
don't
too
know.
pricey.
It is, bro. I don't want to
I'll
drop.
look. I'll find it later.
All right,
But
bet.
I just really wanted to bring that up because that made me excited for something that's not even real.
Right. Enough about Metroid. Number 7, we got some little tidbits on Monster Hunter Rise. This is a little.
Woo.
This ain't really much, but in Monster Hunter Rise, there's a lot of customization
You can custom.
options,
You
and
can customize the dog.
you could customize
You can customize
the
the
dog. And it's very extensive. You could customize the ears, the tone, the skin tone, like all of it. Like this goes in depth, and I want this game more than ever now.
dog. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think it's in my top 5 list right now.
They didn't even have to drop the gameplay trailer. They could have just shown that Twitter video of customizing the dog. I'd be down.
They're like, that Twitter account. Can you pet the dog? No, no,
Yep.
no. You can customize the dog.
Right. Speaking of petting the dog, going back to No More Heroes, yeah. I just love that implementation of Jean, that little cat. Whenever you go back to the house, she's sometimes flying on like the ceiling fan in his room. It's so cute.
It seems like such a meaningless
No, it does
addition,
though.
right? People are like, "Oh, it's just an animal." But it hits so hard.
It
It
hits,
really
bro.
goes.
It hits different.
Mhm.
Yeah. The last little tidbits of the news section for today.
Beep, beep, boop.
Mario 3D All Stars releases version 1.1.0. The patch
Oh.
notes are as stated. Players can now invert the camera controls. This was already, oh, with 3 individual titles, with all of them now. Okay.
Mhm.
Super Mario Sunshine now supports the GameCube controller. Players can now use this title using the same controls as found in the original GameCube release. Finally. I feel like I played Sunshine at the worst time. I beat the game and now all of this stuff comes out. But
And you want to replay it now
I'm glad
for a
that
better experience.
I'm definitely gonna try and complete like get 120 stars now that the GameCube support and inverted controls are fixed.
Yeah, why not?
The controller is only supported in TV mode, obviously. I just want to clarify that. You'll need the GameCube controller adapter, which is like the one that you probably have for Smash.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So other general fixes have been applied to improve gameplay across all 3 titles. I don't know about that, but Yeah, if you want to play Sunshine updated GameCube,
Do it.
go ahead.
You won't regret it.
You
Dun-dun-dun,
probably
ba-dum-bum.
nah, you won't regret it.
You won't regret playing with the GameCube controller, whether or not you regret playing Super Mario Sunshine. Different topic.
Right. Last tidbits for today is Animal Crossing New Horizons. They're revealing their winter update. Luke, actually, I was gonna say take this one, but I don't have it linked in the doc.
I can tell you basically what it's gonna be because
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
not. So there's gonna be new recipes, right? Obviously, that's a given. That's the new. What the old is, which is the more important stuff. They're bringing back Franklin and Turkey Day, and Christmas time with the snow. There's gonna be Jingle, which is the black nosed reindeer who gives presents, and you can dress up as Santa and give your villagers gifts, and they go a gift from Santa. They get really excited. It's really cute, and this is like this. I'm having a New Horizons renaissance in anticipation for this update because I just generally like in real life Thanksgiving to like Christmas and like
Oh,
winter in general is
best
just my
time.
favorite season. It's just my
Best
favorite season. So like it's just what better way to get back with Animal Crossing than with this?
for sure. One thing I want to say about this little update is that Nintendo calls Christmas, a Christian holiday, Toy Day.
Hmm.
Is that where we're at in the society?
I think it's supposed to be make it a religious,
Yeah. No. I definitely understand that side of it, but like Toy Day.
That's the most harmless kids thing. I don't think it's too deep to be honest.
Nah, it's not that deep. It's not. I'm just looking at it like, what is Toy Day? But yeah, it's not that deep. Another little tidbit with New Horizons is that this game was used in a new Oxford University study to
I saw this. That's so funny. You
show
didn't even
that.
mention this to me before. I saw
Yeah,
this. That's so funny.
yeah. So in a new Oxford University study shows that quote playing games is positively associated with well-being end quote. I don't know the specifics. You might want to read up on that, but
Let me lay down something real quick. It's
yeah,
not they did not need Oxford scientists to figure this out.
that's what I'm
If
saying,
you if
bro.
you if you play a game with an intent to increase your well-being, for example, Animal Crossing, it's supposed to be a peaceful, relaxing game that's supposed to make you feel better. You're gonna feel better. That's I think that's more or less the gist of the study.
Hmm.
So look, maybe the whatever they were that one team wasn't getting enough funding to like fuck. Let's just do some studies. Let's just do some case studies so we can get a grant.
God damn it.
But
Yeah,
everyone knows that. Everyone listening, you have a game you like that makes you feel good. You did not need to be an Oxford scientist
right,
to figure that out.
right. Like now, video games back in the 80s, 70s, 90s. Oh, they'll rot your brain. Now they're doing studies that show that they correlate with well-being, and so now gamers rise. Hold your switches up in the air,
Okay, all right.
and I want
Uh,
you to do the Gamer Gooba chant.
we have a chant.
Goomba, Lini, Goomba, Lini, Goomba, Goomba, Lini. Yeah, that was
Hey,
off top. That was not the chant, not official. Fake news. Enough about the news. Speaking of fake news, enough about the news. Let's get into the eShop drop.
all right, give us your eShop drop.
So, if anyone doesn't know, eShop Drop is where we recommend a game from the eShop. It doesn't matter when it came out. It doesn't matter what it is. We just want to give y'all a recommendation. Put this on your radar. Going back to what we said before, Raji in Ancient Epic. I definitely want to give that a shout out. Yeah, let me look at that real quick because I don't wanna just say Raji.
It looks like a 3D platforming s kind of game based off Hindu mythology.
Oh,
That has some RPG elements. The combat looks pretty good. Definitely check it out if you're into action adventure
wait,
with
wait, 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 wait.
some
Holy shit.
historical basis.
This game looks fire.
Yeah,
Like
and look, it's already a lot cheaper than most of the games that are going on sale. It's $25. That's
and if you say that
less than half of your AAA basic AAA title that came out 3 years ago. That's still $60.
right. If you want to hate on this game and say, "Oh, $25 for a indie," like, bro, you got to support these developers. like we said before, it's a faithful creation of such a
If you've
daily
spent more than $25, if you spend any money in Fortnite, and then Fortnite's a game where you don't need money to play.
right.
Warzone, if you spend money on Warzone, if you spend money on these games that are free to play and don't need money to play, you cannot condemn Raji for being $25.
No. Another game that I want to shout out is Abzu, like we said before. This game is on sale for $2.
And it's lasting today, so if you hear this, you're not gonna know, but
No, no, no,
just
no, no. You're not.
I'm sending my energies. I'm
Yeah,
sending my energies for you to get it.
your brain.
Either way, it's $20 usually, so it's not, again, not a big spill. Maybe you have some gold points left over on the Switch.
Right.
You can put about $6 or $7 maybe from gold points,
Uh huh.
and then spend about 13. Not bad.
One last game I want to shout out is No More Heroes. If you're really into weird, quirky games that you don't usually see on Nintendo systems or any system for that matter, and you like action games, definitely give this one a shot.
Yes, sir.
Luke, what about Yuri Shop Drop?
All right, so recently I've been playing two mobile games lately. I've been playing Nonogram and Sudoku, and I am addicted once more to these games. And Nonogram is basically Picross. And what Picross game is free on the Switch right now? Mario Picross for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System as a part of Nintendo Switch Online. It's entirely in Japanese, but you do not need to speak Japanese to play this game. And I think I streamed it like 2 weeks ago for like about an hour.
Mm.
I think it might still be up. Basically, the two eShop games, I streamed them the other day. So I played this game for about like an hour and a half. It's really fun. It's a really fun puzzle game. I just got lost into it like that. I was just in it, and I've been playing it on. I've been playing Picross games on my phone, and I've been playing on the Switch. Second game, it's another puzzle game called Color Zen, and I believe it's free. And it is the most mind-numbing. It doesn't really tell you how to play, but you figure it out. It's made with the Unity engine. It's just, you can play it on touchscreen. You just drag colors into colors to get the last color, and that's it.
That sounds very meditative.
It is very meditative. The music's okay, but you can always add your own music. It's
Right.
not the end of the world. Relax.
So we got Colors End there.
Colors Zen and Mario Picross. Check it out. And if you don't,
You don't?
I'll kill you. All right, maybe I won't, but if you don't, I'll chastise you because like both of these games are free. Come on, what are you doing?
Come on, what are you doing?
Come,
Yeah.
come on, step bro. What are you? Anyway, that's it for my eShop
Yeah,
drop.
that's it for Gamer Goombas. Number 5 of the pod.
5.
We're 5 episodes in, and we're only getting
5 Goomba Gonzalini Gongo Goomba Gambadinos in, guys.
next name, which
5.
is Nintendo. That's a wrap, baby. I hope y'all loved it. If you enjoy the show, why don't you consider like sharing this with a friend or like a grandma or like your dog? Just let
Okay, maybe be easy there with the grandma. Show her some parts.
yeah,
Definitely not everything.
to run her through the whole episode. Just
Yeah,
just
the
points
just
for
the highlights.
yeah, like never. Yeah, don't show this to your grandma. Maybe
Friends, cousins, siblings, some
show it
parents.
to
The fun uncle, fun aunt, fun
yeah.
uncle.
Yeah. So this has been it, guys. I love you.
Love you too. We'll see you. See you in the next one, Goombalinis. Stay Goombatastic.